welcome back to Low Carb Abode. I'm Ludmilla, and as you know, in my little kitchen, we only make low carb, grain-free and healthy foods. I don't know about you, but I like simple, easy meals. And that's why I will show you today my easy spaghetti squash, bacon and cheddar bake. It's a super easy and yummy casserole with the best of everything. Melted cheese, crispy bacon, and some healthy spaghetti squash. I love using spaghetti squash. It's such a fun vegetable because it resembles spaghetti, and it is also keto friendly. 1 cup of cooked spaghetti squash has only about 10 grams of total carbs. So by adding some healthy fats from bacon, cheese and heavy cream, we can turn the spaghetti squash into a delicious low carb meal. So what are we waiting for? Let's get cooking. You will need 1 medium-sized spaghetti squash. Mine here is 3 pounds, and you want to stay within this range, so about 3 to 3.5 pounds. You have to cut the squash in 2 halves and make sure to use a really sharp chef's knife because the skin is pretty thick. Okay, this was exhausting, but we got it done. And now go ahead and scoop out the seeds. Now brush each half with some olive oil. And place each half face side down on your lined baking sheet. I already preheated my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and now I'm just going to roast my spaghetti squash until the skin becomes slightly brown and soft. So while the spaghetti squash is roasting, we can go ahead and prepare our remaining ingredients. I have 10 slices of bacon here that I will dice up and then fry. You can also first fry the bacon and then crumble it up, but for some reason I think the bacon will turn out crispier if I dice it up first. Now just add your bacon to a frying pan, and you don't need to add any oil first. And simply fry up your bacon until it's nice and crispy. So now I will just spoon out my bacon and place it on a paper towel. And I don't know about you, but I always save my bacon grease so I can use it for frying later. And of course we got to make sure it's nice and crispy. It is. And since this is a cheese bake, we will need to shred some cheese now. And you know that my favorite cheese is Gouda, so this is what I will use. But you can also use cheddar for this. So I'm going to shred about 1 cup of my Gouda cheese here. And I will set this aside as well. Our next prep step is to quarter 10 cherry tomatoes. If you're not a fan of tomatoes, just leave them out. And just in time, my spaghetti squash finished roasting. I can tell because now the skin is soft enough for me to push in. So let's just turn it over. I just want to show you real quick those spaghetti strings. Doesn't that look amazing? Pretty cool, right? Just like spaghetti. So for this 3-pound spaghetti squash, it took 40 minutes to fully roast, but it can vary somewhere between 30 and 40 minutes depending on the size of your spaghetti squash. Now we're going to combine all of these ingredients plus some heavy cream. So go ahead and scrape out your spaghetti squash. To our squash, now add half a cup of heavy cream, 2/3 of the cheese, and about 2/3 of the bacon, and about 1/4 spoon of salt. And just stir this all together. Usually I also add 1 clove of minced garlic, but of course I'm out today, so we just have to do without. And now just transfer everything into a medium-sized casserole dish. And I'm just going to smooth out the top here. Sprinkle your remaining cheese over it, followed by the bacon. And lastly, place your quartered tomatoes on top. So now I'm just going to pop this back into my oven that's on 400 degrees, and I will bake this dish until the cheese is nice and bubbly. Okay everyone, our casserole is finished baking after about 30 minutes. With the crispy bacon right here, juicy tomatoes, and of course cheesy goodness all over. It's still steaming hot, but I'm going to try it anyways. Oh, it will make such a yummy dinner tonight. I know my kids will love the crispy bacon and that melted cheese. And you know what I love? The spaghetti squash has just a slight sweetness to it that goes just great with the salty bacon and cheese. And as you just saw, it's super easy to make with just a few simple ingredients. So, if you're out of ideas for dinner, you can give this a try. Alright, and this is already it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I will put the link to the printable recipe in the description below, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.